Hi there. You've come along for the execution as well, have you? Yeah, I must be the luckiest man to be alive. You couldn't have had a closer shave than I've had. Do you know who I am? Yeah, I'm Jesus Barabbas. You know, the one that you called for to be released today. It's strange. That should be me up there. But I'm glad I'm not up there. I wouldn't want to be up there for quids, but it's still strange, you know, knowing that that was meant to be me. Like, just between you and me, I really was guilty of those crimes I was charged with. I am a notorious rebel, been responsible for a number of murders, looting, creating havoc for those Roman oppressors, and also the wealthy Israelites who are in bed with them. I tell you, I really did deserve that sentence that I got. Not that many criminals will admit to that. But facing the death penalty puts a different perspective on things. While on death row, I was trying to prepare for today as much as anyone can. But I tell you what, I couldn't sleep last night, nor could I face eating breakfast this morning. Not that the Romans feed prisoners anything very appetising to start with. And my hands were clammy and shaking. This was it, the end. Then suddenly, I was called up before the governor. And there was me on one side, and this other Jesus, they call the Messiah, on the other. And the governor asked you which one to release. I figured I've got no chance here, me compared with him. But I couldn't believe it. You called out Barabbas, me, Barabbas. You wanted me released and not him. Even after the governor pointed out that he hadn't done anything wrong, you still called for me. Wow, I went from a dead man walking to being free. Just like that. Totally unexpected and totally undeserved. Well, I wasn't going to give back a gift like that. No, I was taking that with both hands and I was out of there. But what a turnaround. I heard that just last week you had welcomed this Jesus into Jerusalem with palms and rejoicing. And yet today you've called for his crucifixion and my release. I just don't get it. From what I can gather, this Jesus only ever did good. Went around teaching about God and his kingdom, healing people wherever he went. Both Pilate and Herod thought he was innocent, and that isn't an often happen, let me tell you. And because of his obvious innocence, Pilate really tried to let him go. And Pilate's not too fussy about who he kills, and yet he didn't want anything to do with the death of this man. He wanted to wash his hands of it. But you just kept calling, crucify him, crucify him. So Pilate gave the order. Here I stand now, the guilty one, while the innocent one hangs there. What's more, he seemed to do it willingly. Even though I'm guilty, I always protested my innocence and fought for my release. But he didn't seem to do any of that. Although innocent, he just seemed to allow the process to take place. Even though he's performed amazing miracles and managed to get himself out of other tricky situations, he didn't say anything or do anything. It's like it was meant to be. This man of God stand in my place, take my punishment, die my death. Do you know, there's also another strange connection between us. Apart from the fact that we share the same common name, Jesus, there's also a connection with my family name, Barabbas. It means, Bar means son, Abba, father, Barabbas, son of the father. This Jesus called God Abba, father, claimed to be the son of the Father, the Son of God. So that innocent Son of the Father has taken my place, the guilty Son of the Father. He is dying that I might live. Why did he do it? Even as you were calling out my name, he looked across at me. And there was compassion and mercy in his eyes. Even as he looked at me, a murderer. Well, now that I'm free, what should I do with my freedom? To just forget about all of this and go back to my rebel lifestyle? But if I'm grateful for what he's done, the righteous Son of God, well, then how should I respond? How do I show him my gratitude? Do you know, all through the old scriptures, the people of God were called the Son of God, the children of God. You and me, we're sons and daughters of God. All of us pick up dirt along the way. You know, I just happen to have picked up a bit more dirt than most. But how do you respond to this righteous Son of the Father who's died in my place, died my death, taken my punishment, so that the guilty one might go free? How do you show your gratitude? How are you living your freedom?